Tomorrow morning, your alarm is going to go off. And for a few solid seconds, you're probably going to strike a deal with yourself. Just 5 more minutes. I'll hit the gym tomorrow. Maybe right after breakfast. Okay, just one more video. For millions of us, just getting ourselves to do the things we know we're supposed to do has become an absolute daily battlefield. But here's the crazy part. For almost all of human history, this problem barely even existed. For over 300,000 years, your ancestors didn't need motivational speakers. They didn't need productivity hacks, morning routines, or YouTube videos tracking how to stop procrastinating. And that is wild because their lives were unimaginably harder than ours. They had no grocery stores, no hospitals, no central heating, no police, no guarantee they'd even eat. A single scratch could kill you. A brutal winter could wipe out your entire family. By every single metric, life back then should have felt completely exhausting. So why weren't our ancestors just lying around all morning, dodging hard work? The answer changes everything we think we know about laziness, hustle culture, and honestly, human nature itself. Let's talk about hunger, because hunger used to hit totally different. Right now, if your stomach growls, you walk to the kitchen, or you pull out your phone and DoorDash a meal. Within minutes, the calories show up. But for most of human history, hunger wasn't an inconvenience. It was a literal countdown. Every single day you failed to find food, your odds of survival plummeted, and your brain knew it. Anthropologists studying modern hunter-gatherer societies have found something pretty shocking. These folks don't actually spend all day hunting. In fact, a lot of groups lock down enough food in just a few hours. But during those hours, there is zero need for motivation. Why? Because the reward is instant. You hunt, you find food, you eat. Action and reward happen right then and there. Your brain absolutely loves this. Human beings evolved in a world of immediate consequences. Touch fire, get burned. Find berries, feel full. Ignore danger, you die. The feedback loop was instantaneous. The great disconnect. Then, something strange happened. We got incredibly good at surviving. We invented farming, then cities, then currency, then machines. And eventually, we built a modern world where almost every single consequence is delayed. Work out today, maybe see results years from now. Study today, maybe get a career down the road. Save $1 today, maybe enjoy it decades from now. Your ancient brain has no idea what to do with a world like this, because for almost all of human history, tomorrow was never a guarantee. Planning 30 years out would have sounded completely insane. And right there is where our motivation completely breaks down. Imagine giving a hunter-gatherer 2 choices. Option 1, spend 3 brutal hours foraging for food just to survive. Option 2, sit perfectly still and get endless entertainment, high-calorie sugar, and social validation. The choice is a no-brainer. They'd pick option 2 instantly, not because they were weak, but because they were human. The trap of abundance. This is the part nobody is talking about. Your brain is not wired for abundance. It is hardwired for scarcity. For millions of years, sugar was incredibly rare. Novel experiences were rare. Social approval was rare. Information was rare. Today, all of that stuff is unlimited. You can consume more information in one single afternoon than your ancestors ran into over months. You can get social feedback from hundreds of people without even rolling out of bed. You can experience endless novelty without moving an inch, and your brain is drowning in it. It has no idea how to process this, because from an evolutionary standpoint, the modern world showed up about 5 seconds ago. Your nervous system is ancient. It's still acting like you're trying to survive on a dangerous African savanna. But that wasn't even the biggest shift. The biggest difference was purpose. The heavy weight of choices picture waking up 50,000 years ago. There is zero debate about what needs to happen today. Someone needs to fetch water. Someone needs firewood. Someone needs to hunt. The kids need protection. The shelter needs fixing. Your survival depends entirely on your tribe, and your tribe's survival depends entirely on you. Meaning was built right into the fabric of daily life. Now compare that to modern life. Millions of people wake up and immediately ask themselves a question their ancestors literally never had to face. What should I do with my life? It sounds exciting, right? But psychologically, it is incredibly heavy because endless possibilities create something our ancestors rarely ever felt: decision paralysis. Should you study, start a business, learn a language, hit the gym, switch careers, move across the country, take a massive risk, play it safe? Modern humans make thousands of micro decisions every single day, and every single choice drains your mental battery. Eventually, your brain just shuts down and avoids effort entirely. Scientists call this cognitive overload. Your ancestors didn't have that issue. Their environment made the choices for them. Survive, eat, protect the tribe, sleep, repeat. Today, your environment demands constant, endless choices, and eventually, the brain takes the path of least resistance. It hunts for the easiest rewards. You check your phone, you watch another video, you scroll again and again, and then you beat yourself up. You call yourself lazy, undisciplined, unmotivated. But think about it. If you took a wild wolf and dropped it inside an amusement park, eventually, that wolf is going to act pretty strange. Not because the wolf is broken, but because it evolved for a completely different world. We are doing the exact same thing. We evolved for movement, for direct consequences, for tight-knit communities, for highly visible purpose. Instead, so many of us spend our days sitting inside, surrounded by artificial rewards and abstract goals. And our ancient brains are just deeply, profoundly confused. Something feels wrong, but we can't quite put our finger on why. The myth of optimization. And then there's probably the strangest fact of all. Ancient humans didn't think about happiness the way we do. They weren't trying to optimize their lives. They weren't chasing productivity metrics. They weren't staying up at night wondering if they were truly fulfilling their potential. Most of their focus was just consumed by reality itself: the weather, the hunt, the tribe, the fire, the stars, the next sunrise. In a lot of ways, they had way fewer comforts, but they also carried way fewer psychological burdens, because modern humans carry this crushing weight, the constant pressure to become more, be healthier, be richer, be smarter, be more successful, become your absolute best self. The entire self-improvement industry only exists because millions of people feel like they are somehow failing at just being human. But that feeling would make zero sense to your ancestors. Evolution never designed your brain to optimize endlessly. It designed your brain to survive, and survival was enough. Keeping ourselves going. This means something incredibly uncomfortable. Maybe motivation isn't disappearing at all. Maybe modern life is just asking our brains to do things they were never built for. A brain that evolved for immediate rewards is being asked to care about a retirement fund. A brain built for small tribes is trying to process millions of strangers online. A brain built for physical grit is sitting in a desk chair all day long. A brain built for scarcity is drowning in abundance. No wonder motivation feels so damn hard. You are carrying a Stone Age mind inside a futuristic world, and every single time you procrastinate, every time your mind wanders, every time you feel that heavy guilt for doing absolutely nothing, you're experiencing a conflict that has been building for thousands of years. Because the real reason ancient humans didn't need motivation wasn't because they were stronger than us. It was because the world itself pushed them forward. Reality gave them purpose. Consequences gave them urgency. Scarcity gave them focus. And perhaps the craziest thought of all is this: for the first time in 300,000 years, we live in a world where survival no longer forces us to move, which means every single morning something entirely unprecedented happens. An ancient brain wakes up, looks around, and has to invent its very own reasons to keep going.